Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Player Zone YouTube channel. And welcome to our second match recap of the day. Recapping the round of 16 game between Spain and Georgia. And this one was not shy of entertainment. It was goalmouth entertainment at both ends. And you know what, fair play to Georgia. They have taken it to, for me, the best team of the competition. And if they'd gone up against any other team, I'm speaking every other one, maybe for Germany. Germany and Spain, the only two teams you probably want to avoid right now. I think Georgia could have caused a lot of teams problems. The best team on the counter-attack in this tournament, exploited Spain on the counter-attack in the first half an hour or so and could have scored one or two goals there. Could have had a second through some mistakes also with Unai Simon coming off his line as well. There was a lot of opportunities there for Georgia. Yes, in the end, they're second best and they get easy beaten in the end, but a lot of positive signs for them. And this is a great opportunity, their first time at a European Championship finals and a great performance. So they want to now push on and potentially at the next Euros make another run at it. You know, you sort of a lot of these sort of players around, you'd think, and you've got the likes of Mamardashvili and goal, Kvaratskhelia, Makadotze up top. These players, easier core, you build around them, you get a few more talent coming through, and it looks really, really good for the side. I just want to start the video with that because for me, they've been one of the great stories so far of this tournament in terms of coming from nowhere, the lowest ranked side, and showing us what they're all about and really causing Spain some problems early on. And we'll go through the game here. Fantastic start from Spain. It's what we would think, right? They got the front foot early. Mamardashvili already in the action in the first 10 minutes, making a save from Dani Carvajal's header in the 10th minute. And in that first 10 minutes, saw a lot of Spanish possession, a lot of pace in their play. They were playing quick one-touch stuff, just trying to spread the Georgian back line, that five across the back. But Georgia equally were dangerous. Whenever they win the ball back, they would try and play quick and try and catch out the Spanish side. And we'll talk about them a little bit later in terms of the counter-attacks. They were getting at points in time, 2-on-2 power plays almost, with the two centre-halves versus the likes of Kvaratskhelia and Makadotze up top, because they were keeping those two high up the pitch. And when they win that ball, they would go so fast to try and get and exploit that Spanish high line and exploit how many numbers Spain were throwing forward. And it was the lead that would find in the 18th minute as the Georgian side broke away. Got to the feet of Kagabatse on the right-hand side. He whipped the ball towards Kvaratskhelia in the box. And it was Lenormand in the end. He got the final touch to direct the ball into the back. And another own goal. Tick that one off the tally yet again. It's not a Euros game without an own goal. Spain conceding first in the 18 minutes. And that was basically how the game would be. It was Spain with all the possession, all the chances, but Georgia arguably with the better chance on the counter-attack, stretching the back line, having those little 2-on-2s, 2-on-3 type moments where they can try and get at Spain. And it was causing Spain a lot of problems because you know how they played their football. They like to get high up the pitch, they like to play a lot of possession, try and beat teams with their pressing. And it's very hard to press a team that plays so fast. Georgia wanted to get in the front foot early, wanted to counter-attack so fast that Spain could not set up defensively and couldn't get the press going from the front. So that's where that goal came from, and a fantastic start for Georgia. And at that point, many people were believing, they were dreaming of an ideal world where Georgia might be able to make it through an historic win there. It wasn't to be there because Spain would keep coming. Fabian Ruiz drew another save for Mamardashvili in the 22nd minute, and Spain continued to dominate the game. However, Georgia continued to throw some numbers forward, have a few breakaway, and we're trying to catch Spain out on the counter-attack with the likes of 2 or 3 defenders back. Like I said, a few more chances there for the Georgian department in terms of those breakaways. Again, not as good as that opening goal they found, but still causing problems for Spain and making them second-guess their style of football. Mamardashvili, yet again in the action, making saves on Cucurella, Nico Williams in and around the half-hour mark. But finally, Spain were able to break through. The commentator said, I think, on the broadcast, they need to get Rodri on the ball. And Rodri got on the ball and he found the back of the net in the 39th minute. A low shot powerfully into the bottom right-hand corner, arrowing into that corner there, giving Spain a deserved equaliser, a 1-1 score at that point in time, because they dominated the ball, they dominated possession, they dominated a lot of the chances. Mamardashvili had made 3 or 4 massive saves to that point in time. The wingers, which I'll touch on later in the video, were fantastic, stretching the game. Marc Cucurella getting high up the pitch and creating chances for himself and for others. And it just was an abundance of pressure, an avalanche of pressure. The pressure eventually broke the Georgian backbones, and finally they were able to get in the score sheet, Spain, and a deserved goal at that. And that meant we went into half-time at 1 apiece due to the Georgian resolute defence. We come to the second half, and it was Kvaratskhelia. I'll talk about that massive opportunity. Kvaratskhelia, and he produced a masterpiece as Georgia broke away. Pedri's loose touch on the edge of the area meant Georgia could break away, and Kvaratskhelia saw Unai Simon off his line and attempted the impossible from his own half to try and score. The ball looked destined for the back of the net, and it just keen to curl wide past the post in the 48th minute. But once again, another warning shot for the Spanish side, a side that, threw numbers forward and were going for the game. And in going for the game, could have saw themselves go down again, 2-1, but got lucky there and avoided a massive bullet. It was Spain, though, who found the lead eventually in the 51st minute. A great pace at the start of the second half. It was Fabian Ruiz who got in the end of a fabulous whipped-in ball from Lamine Yamal. Mamardashvili could have came out, I thought, but the ball had so much pace on it that Fabian Ruiz, unmarked at the back post, would come in, head that ball home, and in the 51st minute, give Spain a 2-1 lead. Again, a deserved lead, and another deserved goal for the side who continued to pound away at the Georgian back line and eventually broke through. Lamine had two other massive chances following that gorgeous ball to find Fabian Ruiz. He put both past the goal and wide of the goal, and Georgia seemed to struggle with Spain's pressure and intensity. They tried to play out from the back a little bit more because they were trying to go for the game and try and find an equaliser, and that just allowed Spain to grow into the game and play that pressing style of football they like to do from the front with Alvaro Morata, Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal, Fabian Ruiz, all pressing high up the pitch, compressing the Georgian side, and at multiple times they were passing poor at the back or dribbling into danger, and it saw a lot of chances for the Spanish way. He continued to play with a lot of pace in the second half. Nico Williams then sealed the result in the 75th minute. A superb finish, roofing the ball into the top of the net. It was Fabian Ruiz from his own half. Fantastic ball. Nico Williams running just from his own half in behind, skipped past his defender, gave Mamardashvili the eyes, trying to go to the far post, then went towards the near post, roofed into the top of the net. Fantastic run, fantastic finish, and capped off a very superb game from Nico Williams. Lamine Yamal, yet again, was denied by Mamardashvili later in the game towards the 80th minute mark. But then Dani Olmo came off the bench and changed the game. Really, really fabulous in that more progressive midfield spot, taking the Pedri role and doing a fabulous job. He got in the score sheet in the 83rd minute to seal off a fantastic 4-1 win for Spain, meaning they now go through into the quarterfinals to face Germany, which would be a massive clash between probably the two best sides so far at Euro 2024. So cannot wait for that one there. But with all that being said, Georgia had at the start of the video, they came up against the best side of the tournament. They, for the first half an hour, really caused problems for Spain, playing that counter-attacking style. We know how good they are in the counter-attack with their superb world-class talents. And it's a positive sign for Georgian football. It's a landmark set. They can try and now meet that or go past that in the future. And it's a positive sign that they can take it to the biggest teams in world football. Yes, Spain were the better team. Yes, they, in the second half, blew them out the water, but they competed with them for long periods of time. So all respect to Georgia, who really took it to the Spanish side. For Spain, once again, it shows the depth, the quality, and the trust in the youth. Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, fantastic performances. The depth to bring on Dani Olmo, who continues to perform. Mikel Moreno comes to the bench and performs at a high level. You've got the likes of Fabian Ruiz, who for me was one of my best Champions League performers in the knockout stages, but someone that has gone a bit under the radar across the last year or so, performing on the massive stage. Rodri, big moment, big player, produces again. Alvaro Morata, who hasn't been as good for his nation in the last few tournaments, has continued to produce and playing a bit of an unselfish role to allow those around him to flourish. It's been an all-around elite level performance from the Spanish side, and clearly for me the strongest side because they have so many ways to goal. I talked a little bit about Germany and their lack of ability to find goals because Kai Havertz is playing. You can't whip the ball into the area. You can't play through a focal number 9, which Alvaro Morata can do. The Spanish side presses better than Germany. They can score on the counter-attack. They can score when they have, a great build-up play. They can score from set pieces. They just have multiple ways and avenues to goal. I think that's why they're probably the strongest team for me. And they've dealt with different situations. They've dealt with playing in possession versus Italy. They've had a bit more of a counter-attacking style versus Croatia. They use their rotation squad to beat Albania. They've come from behind here versus Georgia. They've won in so many different ways. They look so solid, and they've dealt with so many different situations that I think they're best placed now to go on and win this tournament. I think Germany are going to be a very, very tough beat, especially at home. They're probably people's favourites or 1Bs in this tournament. But it's a shame they're going to face off in a quarterfinal because this, for me, is the final of this European Championship. These two are the best two teams, and by a long way. France haven't gone near it. England haven't gone near it. Portugal is still a bit of a question marker of them. The Netherlands haven't gone near it. It's a shame they're going to face in the quarterfinals, but Spain, once again, showing what they're all about, showing this mentality, this youthfulness that the winners just go win games of football. They're not scared of any opposition. They're going to keep charging forward, keep trying to win games, and they're being just themselves. They're not going to change for anyone else, and I think that's why it's going to make a very, very interesting quarterfinal tie. With that being said, let's go to our key players of the game. Starting off with Rodri Obviously scores that first goal to equalise for Spain. Fantastic performance in the midfield yet again. Controlling the game, dictating the game, doing what Rodri does best. The 8.7 match rating, 129 touches, gets the goal, 93% pass accuracy, making the 2 key passes, won all 6 of his duels, and made the 3 tackles as well. Covered so much ground. It's so important, his role in terms of covering the back two, allowing Cucurella, Dani Carvajal to push on, makes the right decisions. The likes of Toni Kroos, Rodri's in a very similar mould. It's a bit of an underrated role what they do, but every Spanish attack and German attack goes through these guys, and Rodri is pivotal to this side. And the commentator, as I said it. They need to get Rodri on the ball before that goal went in the back of the net. What happens? They got Rodri on the ball. He found the back of the net. He can score goals as well, can push on from midfield. But his job is to sit in deep, read the game, see the game, and make Spain flourish and push them forward and allow those more creative attacking players to go and do what they do, because he can sit in behind them and allow the confidence of these players and comfortableness that these players can push on and do what they do best in the final third. So another fantastic performance from him. Next player, talk about Fabian Ruiz. I feel like I'm ringing his bell consistently so far in this tournament. A goal, an assist, 107 touches, 92% pass accuracy, the 2 key passes, 1 big chance created, 4 out of 5 successful dribbles, 4 out of 8 ground duels won everywhere all over the park. Great goal to come in at the back post unmarked. Great run in behind to get in the end of that Lamine Yamal cross. And then that assist to Nico Williams from his own half. A great ping. Great weight to the ball that set up perfectly for Nico Williams to not break his stride, to continue his running behind. Obviously, Nico Williams does the rest from there on in. But for me, Fabian Ruiz has screamed that all of this tournament so far. Attacking quality going forward is A1. But he's controlling the ball. His ability to find the pass, to play the ball. His control nature to make these dribbles, 4 to 5 successful dribbles, is what separates him, I think, from a lot of players in this tournament. Jude Bellingham separates himself due to the ability to dribble into tight space and open up spaces through his physicality in the ball into driving the space. That's what Fabian Ruiz is doing as well. He's got a great passing accuracy and great passing array. He can score goals for midfield as well, and he's the full package. He's the proper number 8 right now. He is doing everything, getting on the ball, defending well, getting Spain driving forward, and doing it to a great level. And that's, so far for me, probably the player of the tournament. He has been unstoppable so far, and continues to me to be so pivotal to the Spanish side in terms of, creating balance in midfield, not only defensively, but going forward. Can carry the ball, can defend, can pass, can do work off the ball and on the ball. It's what you want on the side. When you've got a player like Rodri behind you, and then a more creative players like Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal up top in front of you, a player like Fabian Ruiz just fits in the system so well, and he has that creative license and freedom to play the game as he sees fit, and he's doing it so far to a great level. And then my man of the match was Nico Williams. Fantastic in this game. 8.9 match rating, 1 goal, 1 assist, 69 touches, 100% pass accuracy, 4 key passes. That goal was just a piece of individual brilliance. Yes, the ball from Fabian Ruiz was fantastic, but from there has a lot to do. Take the ball down, keep a head of steam up, then skip past the defender, then give Mamardashvili the eyes and send it and roof it into the top corner. Just fantastic. He has been so crucial in this tournament, giving width to the Spanish side. The Spanish have played with width, they play with pace, and Nico Williams has provided that throughout this tournament and to an elite level in this game here versus Georgia. They had a nightmare trying to defend him and Lamine Yamal, and their package, they continue to touch them. Every game I touch on Spain, I have to touch on them because I came to the tournament talking about them, and I'll continue to talk about them. These two right now, in terms of pairings in Europe, probably one of the best 2 young pairings across Europe, and the sky's the limit for these 2 guys. They're so talented. Lamine Yamal, so one-footed in many regards, but you can't stop him. Nico Williams can do both feet. He can cut inside, he can go to the bar line. They both got that pace, and they make the right decisions. That's what I reckon continue to say. It's what separates them from the rest. Yes, they can just drive at defenders and put their head down, but what separates them from other young players is they make the pass when needed to. Lamine Yamal with that fantastic whip ball to find Fabian Ruiz at the back post. Then you think of what Nico Williams does in terms of his running off the ball, the way he works with Cucurella in that left-hand channel, being unselfish. It's a style of football you don't see many young players, and these 2 have it. And I think in this game here, we saw that full pack from Nico Williams, getting the assist and then getting the goal. I think that goal, for me, not going to go up there in the goal of the tournament because we have so many good goals, but in terms of an individual piece of brilliance to score a goal, it's up there with some of the best. That run in behind, the touch, the control, the ability to skip past the defender and then to send that ball on the top of the net past probably the keeper of the tournament, Mamardashvili. It's a complete package for me. Clinical with that from Spain. 4 goals scored, 4 past the Georgian side that were competitive. They were very, very tough to beat, but they can keep their heads held high. The fact how they carry themselves in this tournament, really, really respectable from start to finish. But Spain, for me, continue to look like A1. They look like the best talent and best squad of this tournament. They've got depth, they've got young quality, they've got many avenues to goal. They can win in different styles. As such, I see them as my favourites. They obviously fade Germany in the quarterfinals in a bit of a final pre-match almost, it feels like. Whoever wins that, you think will be the favourites going to win it all. But with right at the form they've come in with the quality players they've got and the performances they've put up, I'm giving Spain all the favourites to go on and win that game versus Germany and then go on and win this tournament. They have just been fabulous. A fantastic win there last night versus Georgia and now through to the quarterfinals. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please make sure to smash a like on it. Subscribe to the Players Zone channel. Press that post notification bell so you know we upload our videos, live streams, and reaction content here on the channel. I hope you have a great day, guys. Enjoy the upcoming round 16 action from the Euros and the final games from the Copa America. And I'll see you guys for a video very, very soon. Till next time, guys. See you later.